Good morning. So thus far, what I've been doing is trying to arrange a portfolio for this new year, exciting year, with these annuities that I've been telling you about. Because as you guys know, I was telling you a couple episodes back, when the annuity falls, to me, reality shifts. Anytime you see a 1-0 in a sports game, reality shifts. This represents 1-0 binary code or a glitch in the internet, right? And the internet was created based upon what's called the Earth grid. So when you see a 1-0 fall, this means there's an annuity that needs to be fixed. And I've been studying this on a deep level on the internet. So for instance, when two teams play and you see a 1-0, there's some form of an annuity with those two teams. Now it's getting interesting because we're in the World Cup. And in the World Cup, it's strictly about money, right? This is what I want to point out in this episode. See, when you deal with 1-0, there's really a few sports we look at. We look at Major League Baseball, National Hockey. That's what I look at in Major League Baseball, right? But we also look at soccer, and I look at soccer as the top sport that kind of funds sports because, as we know, soccer is one of the oldest sports from my research. I mean, this is where football comes from, right? So you got National Hockey, soccer, and baseball. When a 1-0 happens in those sports, we're dealing with ones that go to different corporations. So like when an annuity falls in baseball, you're usually dealing with corporations, which is very important in sports that are influenced by what you call the United States, which is really a set of UCC codes. Now, when you deal with this World Cup that I'm in, this is when annuities talking about currency. Very different than just talking about profit and stocks, which is what hockey and baseball and these internal sports here in America, how we deal with them. These are just internal points and ratings and annuities from within. But when you deal with these 1-0s on a World Cup level, you're talking about annuities, major annuities with currency, and getting into like who's funding which currency and which currency is bossing over this currency and things of that nature. So on a world stage, of course, you can take a dollar in one currency and go to another market and it shifts as far as its worth and value. So this is what we get into in the World Cup. So kind of the debate right now is that having a major debate. And the debate right now is that, you have a set of ones internally that I've been counting, which is with the U.S. and a group of people have been counting on with me, which is with National Hockey predominantly, which for my measure, they only have dropped 4 ones this season that I'm counting for a reason. And I'm saying this for a reason or whatever. So what I was trying to do was get into this season doing a comparison between soccer and hockey. This is what I'm going to demonstrate and show. Because just in this short period of time on a World Cup level, there's been 18 annuities that have, no, 17 annuities from my count that have dropped, which is very important. No, 18. Yeah, it is 18. 18 annuities that have dropped dealing with currencies in comparison to these annuities dealing with corporations. And you have a lot of corporations that want to claim some form of a sovereignty away from the World Cup and say that their currency has no, their sporting events and things of that nature have nothing to do with what we're going through in this World Cup. So that's where it comes into a problem because of the fact that all sports come from a fund or a bank of units. So any annuities happening on a world level is going to affect local sports. So right now, we're going to do a money comparison as to see how much money on an annuity level. And I know this will be exciting for people that talking about money and things of that nature on a spiritual level, because I think this needs to be demonstrated. Spiritual people don't have to always just talk about things, that help to lift your spirit, but also we need to know a lot of secular stuff so we can make in this matrix the way that we're supposed to make it, because units and influencing units is really how us spiritual people generate wealth. So what we're gonna do here is do a comparison, between the World Cup. They want to try to like bet, because I'm like predominantly participating in the World Cup to go ahead and refund all the different leagues, like National Basketball Association, the National Football Association, Major League Baseball, National Hockey Association, through my association with the World Cup. But it's getting some haters, you know what I'm saying? Because we made this channel, man, secretly. This is outside of YouTube, really, even just through promoting video properties, is what I call it, video real estate, that I already made like $2 million in credit through the World Cup, not even really trying. So we have a big game today. We're going to be monitoring the Morocco and Spain game, which is going to reenact the Moors in Spain. It's going to be very interesting today, how it's going to play out. As you guys know, the Moors in Spain have a deep karma together. So we're going to see what's going on financially with that today. For those people that are interested, I'll be coming up with more information. But yeah, man, 18 ones. I mean, we talking about $800,000 in a loan. And then when you go in and reinvest into units, yeah, you're talking about $2 million in profit that I see that we've visaed so far in the World Cup. So we got a lot of credit and interest tied up into this. And then we have National Hockey, which has dropped 4 annuities, which is very low. And that's going to be the debate. How much is their 4 annuities worth, of which the Minnesota Wild is their annuity holder in comparison to the World Cup. So exciting, little kind of like competition. I don't know, some people are very upset. Almost was this area I'm going to now, actually, I was almost I'm being protested on by some police and everything, man, because they see what I'm doing. And first they was calling me crazy, but right, when I'm starting to get donations and stuff in now, so now they're really upset and things of that nature. So we're going to go up here and deal with this real quick. Then after that, we're going to come back and do a comparison and a few videos in the future on the land and the holdings of the ones, and help you to get a like financial lottery set up of how much this stuff is worth. So you guys stay vigilant. I'll be coming up with more. Namaste.